evening. You are in the greenhouse and it is a mess in here, but I thought I would show you really quickly how I am saving some seeds this year. My name's Chrissy from Up the Windy Lane, and we are gonna save some seeds that I grew in the garden this year. So these are all radish seeds that I have hung upside down to dry. We've got some dill and we've got some coriander, cumin seeds right here. And we're gonna save all these. And so what I did was I broke open one of these pods back some time ago and I put them in a damp paper towel, put it in a baggie, labeled it, and they germinated. So now we are going to save these seeds. I have a green mixture on the porch that I'll show you in a little bit that I already got the seeds out of the pods, and I had stayed in a bucket with the pod, pieces, and I just kind of filtered those as much as I could and put them in a baggie and labeled them. So now I have those ready and got quite a few. So we're gonna do the same thing with these. So I just get a 5-gallon bucket, and this is all I do. I just basically break that open, and these are a little bit harder to do. The other ones that were like mustard seeds and stuff, you could just run your hand down and they would open up. These, not so much. It'd be nice if these would just kind of crack open, and I'm wondering if some of the other ones are going to. Let's see if we can get some that might do that, show a little bit better. These, it's almost like these got damp or something. So these, well, no, they're just kind of like that, I guess. So I didn't let these dry on the vine, or dry in the ground, and this might take a little bit longer. But I didn't let these dry. I brought them in here, pulled them out of the bed, and brought them in here and hung them upside down to dry. So you'll see these seed pods, if I can get this open. You can see that there's seeds in there, and that's what we're just gonna break these open, crush them up, and then we'll kind of, I'm using my kitchen colander, and that's what I will be using to separate the seeds from the husks. So we'll get all these done, and then we will run it through that sifter. Oh, I'm changing my mind. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run my hand down. Like, these seed pods come off pretty easily, these right here, and I'm just going to throw them in the bucket. I'm actually going to take these inside and do these while sitting in front of the TV or something, because while I have daylight, I think I'm just going to go get some stuff planted and save this for something inside when I can just get the seeds out, and that way I'm not wasting precious daylight right now. So here's the bucket of pods, and these will just either go in the house, or I'm going to take them to the patio and break them open. Some of them were a little bit drier, so they will break it open a little bit better, but these are going to be a little bit more tedious than the mixed green seeds, or pods, but I think it'll be good, and I'm going to have lots of seeds to plant. And we're out on the back patio, and we're going to finish this seed saving. We've got some other things we want to do in the garden. So these are the greens mix seeds that I saved. Like, look at all those seeds. Now there is some, I guess you could say, trash in there just from the pods, because I can't completely clean that off. But you can see that there are a lot of seeds in there. So I can go ahead and use some of these this fall and get a bed of greens going, and they won't bolt so quickly like they did earlier this year. So I'm pretty excited about this. I got more seeds back than I think I actually planted from the package, so that's awesome. And then these are the coriander seeds that we got the other day from those plants that were in the greenhouse. So I've got lots of coriander, and she thinks she's helping, but she's really not. So I got lots of coriander seeds, so I'll get these put in something as well and save these and get some of this planted. Well, it is a lovely day out. I figure we'll go ahead and do this out here on the back porch, and I'll show you how I save them. I'm not actually going to do this whole bucket on this video. I'm just going to show you how I save the seeds, and then I'm going to do the rest. Well, I may go ahead and get it done today because it is so lovely out right now. It's supposed to get hot next week, so I got lots I want to get done before it gets super hot outside. But I'm going to show you how I save them, so to kind of give you an idea how you can save seeds, and really off of just one plant you could save those and have quite a few. This is my trash. You can see this is from all those greens mix that I got. I'm sure there are probably still seeds in here, and probably on the patio because I haven't cleaned it off. But Yeah, that's how many pods. These were actually really easy to do though, and they're going to be a lot easier than these. So this is from my kitchen. I will wash this and use it back, or use it in the kitchen again. But this is just the bowl I use. I've got my colander on top, and I am going to do this a little bit differently than I did the last time. This time I actually crushed all of the seeds into the bucket, and then scooped all that out and put it into the colander and did it that way. Well, today I think I'm just going to empty the seeds pods into the colander, let them go through so that most of those go through, and then I can empty that as I go into a bag or whatever I'm putting the seeds in. So I'm just going to open these, and you can see, just going to kind of crush them up a little bit, I guess. I don't know if there's a better way to do this. These are not quite as brittle as the other green seeds were. They were kind of mustardy seeds, or whatever you want to call them. Similar, they're, well, actually, I guess because the mustard is a green, they are like that. So I don't know if you had, like, I'm sure there's a machine that does this, but of course I don't have that. But yeah, you're just gonna open these up and get all the little seeds out of it. Alright, so we have some seed pods in there, and if you look under, you can see there are a few little seeds in there, but there are some also still in here. So what I will do is, because some of those seeds are a little bit bigger, I just kind of will move this around a little bit, try not to spill them all over the patio, and you can see that we'll get more seeds in there. Now this, unfortunately, does not give as many seeds as what the mustard seed did. I don't know if I didn't wait for the pods to get big enough, or maybe that's just how radish seeds are, but I've still got quite a few pods in here. And even if I just saved this many, I mean, that's quite a few seeds in there, but I'm gonna do this, and I like to just be able to save this seed, not because I have to right now, I mean, you just never know, but because I want to know how to save the seeds, because I think it was just beneficial to know how to save them, so that if you have to save them and you need to, then you know how to do it. These I could put in the freezer or keep cold and they would be fine. I have seeds from many years ago that I actually planted this year, and they came up. It's like some of my watermelon seeds that somebody gave me, and they came up and they did just fine. It's a good idea to know how to save them. Some plants you'll need to look up, because some plants are biennial, so that means if you plant them this year, you're not going to get seeds. One would be burdock root, or the burdock plant. So I have burdock growing, which is it will spread everywhere, and if you see the seeds, you know why. So burdock comes up, it has these beautiful green leaves, has a root, and then that is the year that you want to pick the leaves and you want to pick the root, because the next year that plant comes up and it actually will put up a stalk and put up flowers, which are the coolest looking things and are actually sticky, so it will spread everywhere. You will have burdock everywhere, as you will have comfrey everywhere too. So just be mindful of that. But do your research. If you have plants that you really like and you really want to save those seeds, make sure you know how to save those seeds, because I believe kale is a biennial as well. So in order to save those seeds, it has to be a 2-year plant. So it does put up the leaves, but next year it would put up the stalk with the seeds. So you just have to be mindful. You have to do your research and make sure that you know how to get those seeds, because when those seeds actually get produced, and how to get them. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know what kind of seeds that you love saving, what you do with them, or maybe why you do. I do because, well, of seed security, food security, and I also do it because once the plant has produced here, the seeds are more adapted to my climate and more adapted, and I think are stronger. So that's just my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you save seeds, if this helped you, or maybe some suggestions for me. But let me know below. Hope you liked this video. Be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to be lovely lights today.